Our programs offer many languages. Please visit suprememastertv.com/schedule.
Nos programmes offrent plusieurs langues. Veuillez visiter suprememastertv.com/schedule.
Nuestros programas ofrecen varios idiomas. Visiten suprememastertv.com/schedule.
Нашите предавания предлагат много езици. Моля вижте suprememastertv.com/schedule.
And if you look at Russian history, you get astonished, you get stunned, and there's those people that deal with art probably are a little more sensitive than the others.
Heritage of Russian Pianism, Pianist Alexander Shtarkman, Part 2 of 3. Continue watching to find out more.
Noble viewers, the cheerful people of the Udmurt Republic would like to say Gajasatishkom, that's welcome in the Udmurt language. I am Yanina. The Udmurt people wish you everlasting happiness in God's blessings. Welcome to part 2 of a 3-part series entitled Heritage of Russian Pianism, Pianist Alexander Shtarkman. Acclaimed Russian pianist Professor Alexander Shtarkman was born to a musical family and is the son of renowned Russian pianist Naum Shtarkman. His rise to international fame began in 1989 when he won a major prize in the Van Cliburn International Piano Competition, followed by winning the Tchaikovsky Piano Competition in 1994. However, it was winning first prize in the Ferruccio Busoni International Piano Competition in Bolzano, Italy in 1995 that resulted in Alexander Shtarkman being offered over 60 recitals and orchestral engagements throughout Europe. Since then, he regularly performs and gives master classes in Europe, Asia, South and North America, and in Russia. His thoughtful touch on the piano with gusto, sensitivity, and beauty of sound has impressed audiences all over the world. In addition to his performance career, Alexander Shtarkman also serves as a professor at the Peabody Institute of Johns Hopkins University in the U.S. city of Baltimore, teaching pianists of the next generation with great passion and patience. Throughout his musical career, Alexander Shtarkman has wowed audiences and critics alike. Famous classical music critic Martin Bernheimer wrote, Alexander Shtarkman, remember the name. He plays the piano with all the strength, flash, and eagerness that his age would suggest. He also plays with the sensitivity and mellow refinement one associates with certain grand old men of the keyboard, most of them Russian. Actually, compared to Western European countries like Germany, Austria, and France, Russia's classical music history started much later. Yet many great musicians and pianists sprang up in the country over the course of the last 150 years. Some big names of composers include Rachmaninoff, Scriabin, Prokofiev, Stravinsky, and Mettner. There are also great pianists such as Levin, Horowitz, Greenberg, Richter, Gilels, Safranitsky, and Nikolaeva, to name just a few. Today, we are honored to continue the interview with Professor Alexander Shtarkman, who speaks about the richness of his Russian musical heritage.
The first, of course, the protege and the wunderkind were two brothers, and of course Anton Rubinstein, who later established the first conservatory in Russia in St. Petersburg, and his brother Nikolai, who established Moscow Conservatory. So they were, of course, the suns in the sky of Russian music. They studied, I think, with the foreign teachers, but nevertheless, they were so Russians. From the very beginning, they made a change of certain kind to the piano playing. And, looking onwards after this, and name after name after name, and they're all great gold, diamond names, one after the other. But what is really striking that they're all so different.
How do Russian pianists stand out among all the talents around the world? Mr. Shtarkman thinks it's the singing quality of sound on the piano and the deep passion rooted from Russian history and culture.
The Russian church has a tradition of singing, of having a choir, a chorus in church. And that what scientists and researchers and journalists and writers and musicologists, they think that this really special sound making, really special phrase shaping attitude towards the singing on piano, that is one of the essential parts of almost any of the representatives of Russian piano school. This is one of the essential qualities of the school, of the education. I think what gives people a heritage is the culture, what they were through together as the unity, as the people, right? And if you look at Russian history, you see so much suffer and struggle. You get astonished, you get stunned, and there's those people that deal with art probably are a little more sensitive than the others. And maybe when they see this, maybe that's what makes people more deep or intense, should I say, more sensitive to this. And there comes the passion that you want to do something about it. It's not only piano, it's not only music, it's many aspects of artistic life. Take the theater, take the movie. So I think everything of this has some role in what we talk about, in be it the history of the nation, be it the destiny of the nation, be it the artistic output of the nation. I think that plays some role.
It's time for a short interlude to thank artists for the inimitable creations that can be found all around us. We'll be right back here on Supreme Master Television. Welcome back to our show on the heritage of Russian pianism with renowned pianist Professor Alexander Shtarkman.
Metner, as Rachmaninoff, as some other personalities of that time, left Russia after the revolution. And for the Soviet Union, they were considered outside and not very much promoted. And yes, music of Rachmaninoff was not published in Soviet Union until very late, probably right before he died. Rachmaninoff, he helped Soviet Union very much with his personal money. He was sending ships and trains of food, and only then his music was published, not long before he died, 1943. And not the same, but similar with Metner, who left Russia after the revolution and lived all over Europe, and ended up in London, and not a very easy life. as Rachmaninoff was successful as Metner was not. And Rachmaninoff, as they were friends, helped him very much during his lifetime. The father of my teacher was helping the music of Metner to sound, to be published, to be known. And of course, it was his son. And the sonata, Metner sonata that I played, I learned during those years. I studied it with him. This piece is very dear to me and very special, as it stays with me for a lifetime.
We'll listen to his performance of Sonata Tragica, Op. 39, number 5, composed by Nikolai Metner, one of the most significant Russian piano virtuosos and composers. With earnest appreciation to Professor Alexander Shtarkman for sharing your knowledge and talents, our deepest gratitude also extends to all the pianists and musicians around the world for dedicating their time and energy to beautify the world through music. It's been a pleasure to have you, our noble viewers, with us today. Join us again on Friday, April 16th, for part 3 of Heritage of Russian Pianism, pianist Alexander Starkman. May the countless blessings of the divine fill your days with awe and wonder.
Our programs offer many languages. Please visit suprememastertv.com/schedule and suprememastertv.com/AJAR.